what if we build a pixel art game engine where you can paint in the game while the game's actually running? Now, what if we also made that multiplayer? Is our multiplayer friend. Now, what if the multiplayer friend could also paint in that same world together? And then what if we extended it past just painting? What if we extended it to coding, where we can literally change the game code while the game is actually running in multiplayer? And then to top it off, what if we backed it with a nice backend and allowed you to publish to the world? That's what I'm building. This is Pixelcraft. Hey guys, my name's Phil, known as Shooter on Discord. I was the coder behind Reflex Arena a little while ago now. I've been working on a new project called Pixelcraft, and that's what I wanted to share today. One of the really powerful things in Reflex, I felt, was the ability to edit in the game. I just want to take this to the next level and add scripting as well. So for example, in Reflex, you could, while you're playing, push edit button, jump out, start drawing brushes, placing entities while people are running around in the game. And this was a cool tech unlock that I was really proud of. Extending it to the next level and adding scripts basically means rather than just editing levels, you can actually edit the entire game and really build your own little games out while being in multiplayer. Now, something interesting to note is over the past several years, I've been working in tech companies as a backend engineer doing distributed systems. And it's been really enlightening. And it's kind of actually funny that brings this weird combination for myself where I have a good understanding of game engines and now distributed systems. So if you smash them together, you kind of get like a game platform. So let's start there. So this is Pixelcraft, the website. Effectively, you can browse games that people have made. We've only got mine on here so far. And you can create your own game. So how about I'll just start here and kind of walk through what I've done. So these are all my messy tests, but here we are. We'll essentially create a new game. This one right here has just been created. I can go into this. I can push manage because I own the game, and I can write about it, and I can edit it. So how about we edit our new game that we've just created? Cool, so this is a brand new game, it's ours, that we've just created. Now let's do something cool. Let's add a light to this game. So what we're gonna do here, and this is multiplayer, people can join. We're essentially going to let's create a sprite. And let's call this one, let's call it a glow box. Why not? And then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna paint it. So let's give it a little kind of box stand, I guess. We can give it a little outline. And let's make this color. This can be like the off color, I guess. So this is our little glow box, almost like a little TV thing, kind of. I don't know. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna add a new sequence. And the sequence is gonna be called off. So there's our glow box we've created. It's a sprite, add it to the world. It's just tile based. I did toy with having axes and stuff, but it was just too complicated. And I really want to keep the process simple and minimalist. So you click, there's your little glow box. It's in the world. Now, I've opted to keep everything script based rather than having multiple ways of doing the same thing. I like to have one. So everything is scripted and the scripts are real simple. So this is the glow box script. All it does is creates a sprite. There it is. Now, how about we make this little glow box do something? So what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna add a update function. And it's actually like compiling as you type. So if I have a compile error, the script doesn't work, fixed it, there it is. Right, and then let's do like, let's have a timer, I guess. And we're gonna count the timer down. So timer equals timer minus DT. And then let's make a flash. So in here, let's create a new frame. Copy this frame to this frame, add a new sequence, rename the sequence on, and let's make this one glow. Boom, boom, boom. And let's just put some bit of flare going on. All right, and then go down here. And then we can simply say, if timer is less than 0, then sprites 0.sequence equals 1, end. So we've got our timer, it goes down beyond 0, and it just stays there. Now what we'll do is, let's make this 0.1 actually. And then if the timer actually goes below 0, then we will set the timer back to 1. And here, what we're going to do is we're going to turn it off. So this will give us a real kind of little flashing loop. Timer starts at 0. Let's clean this mess up. It goes below 0. We reset it to 1, turn it off, and then when it's back below 0.1, it's on. So it's only going to flash for 0.1 of a second, and then a countdown for the remaining. So let's make a flash a bit longer. That's a bit too long, maybe there in the middle. And then rather than this, you can use mouse.random. Yeah, there we go. So now it's flashing randomly. So yeah, pretty simple, but it works. If we want to place a couple of these around, we should be able to just click it around and they're all flashing in the game. It's just a super simple example, but that's it. Now, because I wanted to keep this nice and simple, everything's saving as you go. It's auto saving in the back end. It's all there. So we can just safely quit out. And here we are. And now what we can do is we can essentially say, start a platform with flashy light. Save those changes. Publish that version. Go to view page and cross your fingers. We should be able to load it up and please work. It works. There's our flashy light. And this page right here, you can share to your friends. They can come in, push play, and they will literally land in the game with you. So that's what I've been building. I'm really excited for this. I think there's a lot of potential here. And I'm coming from like a developer's perspective. So when I normally build a game, you've got to set up a GitHub or a Git repo or Perforce or whatever you're using, get everybody to download it, teach people how to use it, deal with syncing, deal with locking assets, unlocking assets, then go have a chat and talk about what you're going to build, or the artist to run up and build it, you code it up and you come back together and it didn't quite work. And there's all this disconnection. This puts everything into the same product, which is really exciting. Also, there's no importing dramatics. I don't have to import things and work out formats and deal with all the fact that exporters are broken and get new types. Don't have to deal with that. There's no building, there's no cooking, there's no distribution concerns. It's all just all in one package. So you can literally just jump in, build a game in a couple of hours, push upload and share it to your friend. So yeah, I'm really excited. I really like this idea. And that's what I've been working on. So yeah, thanks for listening. It's super early days, but I wanted to start showing something and kind of just getting some feedback from people. One last thing I'll say is people say build in public. Well, it's actually live right now. I haven't really told people about it, but the website's here. It should work. Feel free to play with it and see what you think. Do be gentle. If you go and create 100 sprites in a single entity, you might get disconnected and not be able to reconnect to that game. So be careful. I'll flush it out as we go on a bit more. That's where it's at. Oh, I created a Discord as well the other day, so feel free to jump in and tell me what you think. But yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for listening, and till next time.